Let's hit it. Okay, so we're going to get rid of primitive because it looks like basically nothing is using primitive. We don't need to even care about this thing. Like, let's stop wasting any time on it. So scripts docs, yeah, fuck that. So scripts doc, these are unused. Or well, okay, so scripts docs is failing. Okay, so that's going to be a problem. Okay, scripts docs is going to be a problem. But I think we can just say fuck it for now because this is not critical. What's critical is that we get this done. Um, Everything else can be fixed at a different time. So does not equal string. Okay. 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 Spect is class param annotation name. Links, including parentheses. Oh. Okay, so we've got this. Plugin space. So it's the entry point. Param annotation. Entry point. So basically we don't have module. Okay. Lambda got links. definition of lambda. Definition. Oh, so definition length primitive default lock. These are properties which can be populated on load. So primitive and lock are properties which can be populated on load based off of the lengths, but traversal of the lengths. So, because this really is. So if we wanted to deserialize or deserialize a definition within an input network, we wanted to deserialize a definition. We process the lengths to find the primitive and the lock. Sounds good. Okay. Put this at the end. To do remove validate callable code should be using operations instead via overlays. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is our links to their input slash definitions. What is D? Let's try to export it. Okay. Spec equals parameter annotation. So let's stop setting spec. Okay, it exported successfully. So entry point. Okay, so name dfml.entryPoint.entryPoint.dfml overlays installed, inputs plugin base. Right, so we have our lineage. Links is entry point d dot links. Okay. Actually, we need to modify export to do all the links. So I think we did it here. Good job. Okay. Right. So, in the event, the param annotation or the annotation is a class we create is a Python class. We create definitions for both its usage within the context, uh, aka name, as well as the as a definition for the class or for the parent, which is param annotation, as well as for the parent's module. This will allow us to dynamically apply serialization / deserialization, sandboxing, uh, to restrict, aka allow list of modules and types which can be instantiated based off inputs and what operations they must go through before instantiation, aka avoid, aka overlays. So should apply vetting to input data to avoid YAML.load situations, CVE situations. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in the okay. CVE bullshit. let's see. So bold, documented in bold type. Yeah. So even if you document something in bold type, basically, uh, still a CVE may be present. So this is why, um, yeah. So this is why we're doing this at such level of detail right now, because we don't want CVEs. So let's see. I mean, if we have them, fine, we'll fix them, right? Let's just shoot for not having them. So we want to learn from other people's experience. And you know, these fine folks over at the YAML library may have documented things in bold text, yet still ended up with CVE. So we're gonna avoid the situation entirely, hopefully. So by making it the responsibility of the downstream, which can be mitigated easily by plugins, right? Because we can install overlays as plugins. So basically, we just won't mitigate. We won't provide the functionality within the main package. We also won't mitigate within the main package, right? So it's all, um, it's all a plugin. So if you want to, um, let's see. So is it okay? Maybe we are about to screw something up. Hmm. Let's see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see if we end up with the CVE. So, let's hope not. Fingers crossed. No. Um, okay. Could not determine Airflow to apply as overlay. So it came through and it says it was not a class, basically. So now, if is we come through and we say, okay, so could not perform primitive of installed overlays result can that be? Oh. Okay, I gotta walk the dog. We've only been going for 18 minutes. Motherfucker, goddamn it. It's almost 7 a.m. Okay, I want this to be done. Okay, I want this to be done. Okay, primitive of output results could not be determined. Typing list data flow to apply overlay. Tick, tick, tick. 170. Okay. List. Okay. Could not determine primitive. Okay, so we fell through to here. Breakpoint. Okay, well, never mind then. Sometimes if you import readline, it will give you up arrow support. Sometimes not. I can't seem to tell why or when. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. Maybe it never did. Okay. Here's param imitation. What happens if we call? So how did we get in here though? So what was this thing? Typing list. Um, list. Okay. So what were you so mad about up here then? Um, okay, here it is. So it's not satisfied in here. So inner classes, primitive types. So it's not satisfied in here. So what's happening? So inner class and primitive types. Pprint, port pprint. Okay. Inner class, new type. How the hell did we get inner class? Get args annotation 0. Okay. New type. Okay, so if we have a list. Okay, so if we have a list. Oh, okay. So in this case, we should actually call this recursively. Um, okay. Okay. So this should be a recursive call. Definition for internal type. Uh, modify to declare its list or map. And then so subspec true spec inner class. That's okay. Definition. Okay, so basically we set spec will be already set because it'll be set to the right thing. Default will be set to the right thing. Primitive should be set to the right thing. Basically, if we just say subspec equals true, it should do what we want. Unhashable type list. Hey, we hit a new bug. This is fantastic news. Let's go confirm that this thing is what it's supposed to be. Links none, name, data flow def as a really primitive object. I don't think that's what we wanted. Inner class. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so links, data flow data object. Hey, I'm liking this so far. So, but how did object get in front? Um, that qual name. Okay, so length goes to that. Okay. And then length goes. Okay, so if we export, let's go to export and make sure that export exports the links. Okay, so if links in KWR, um, links. Okay, so here what we're saying, so we're writing the serialization and deserialization code for links. So we'll just call from dict because it's the same thing. So uh, link data for link in. So export 266. Okay, so spec. So we're hung up on spec again. Oh, so we screwed up that if step. Involving there. Okay. Hey, we got a different error. Fantastic. Okay, so what is that links though? We want links to be, where's export? Export if not links. Okay. Else equal export. Okay, so export dict is in this context. Okay. Um, link.export for link in links. All right, we export the links. Boom. Okay, here we go. Aha! Fantastic. Okay, so now we have DFML module, DFML DF types as a module, and we know that this thing module primitive object. Okay, yeah, so it's a module. The primitive is object. Primitive object means you best be pickling this thing if you want to move it around. I'm going to move outside today. Yeah, it's been weeks since we've been outside. So very exciting. So name data flow. This is yeah riveting. Okay, so name. Okay, now this is a little bit redundant here, but I think it's going to be okay for now. We can sort of check the redundancy later. So we'll deal with it later. So the point is we have a serialization format here, and it's compatible with DIDs and pure DIDs. So in the way that it works now. Wow. All right, we did it. Okay, no, we didn't do it. Okay, we did not do it yet. Um, we fixed one bug, sort of. We don't even know if it's fixed yet. Okay, so we did something. Something happened. Something happened. Exciting. Okay, so um, let's go ahead and get rid of this. So spec equals true. Actually, wait a minute. What was happening here? Print d.export. So why is subspec not equal true? Why does subspec not even not equal true? D.export. I'm not seeing subspec in here. It's set to true. Why is it not in the export? Oh, because spec. Hmm. So spec is okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So here we are. Here comes the problems. Oh man. Okay. I was supposed to walk ruffles. Fuck. 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 Okay. Let me look at my calendar. Okay. Okay, 4 o'clock. That means we have how many hours? 7, 8, 9, 12. I did not count that correctly. I counted to 15. That's wrong. 1, 2, 9 hours. 9 hours. 9 hours to clean this shit up. Can be done. It can be done. Okay. I have at 7:10. Let me block off my calendar. This is a hell of a week. It's always a hell of a week. Okay. Where are we? I'm going to forget this when I come back. I have 10 minutes. All right. I bid you all adieu. Okay. I really want to finish this. I recognize that it cannot be finished in 10 minutes. Or perhaps even 9 hours, but we will try. All right. Fine. Okay, fine. The spec is missing. Why is the spec missing? Create definition for internal type. Okay, spec. But primitive. Okay. Primitive equals primitive, obviously. Okay. Okay, so now it says primitive array. That's looking better. I think we can leave out the subspec situation if so. Subspec basically. Okay. Okay, so determine if the object is something is a named tuple or data class which we can populate the properties of without triggering code to run. Oh, so the data class effectively is not a safe. So name tuple is safe. That's why. So name tuple is safe to run on deserialization, whereas data class is not, because you might end up running post init, which means you might end up running code, right? Whereas with name tuple, if you deserialize, if you deserial, motherfucker. Okay, with name tuple, okay, so okay, so security, note, okay, security, named tuple is safe to use as spec because it offers no mechanisms around running code during init or immediately post init or during init. Okay, so data classes and everything else cannot be trusted. Only a named tuple with typing information may be trusted. Not be trusted. They might run post init code. Okay. We must traverse the graph of links to sandbox instantiation of the correct type. Remember, this is generic, right? So provided it says not, remember, it's generic. So hopefully, right? We should be able to use, yeah. Okay, subspec false. Okay, so if, what was here previously? Oh yeah, and there's that code right there. Now there's a little comment that says don't fuck it up because I almost fucked it up. I almost opened a big hole there. Okay. I'm going on and on about it, but I'm the one screwing it up. All right. Ah! I have to go. Come on. Okay, so we create a definition for the inner class. Okay, this looks good. So let's change it to a name tuple real quick. Data flow to applies overlay. So testing name tuple, remove me and my definition because I am going to forget by the time I get back here in 2 hours. So 2.5 hours. So I'll be back in 2.5 hours. Until then, new type name tuple. Fuck. Okay, goodbye. All right. Mm, mm, testing name tuple, moving my definition later after fixed. Okay, I can always watch the recording.